I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
Positive progress finally emerged from Toprak Razgatlioglu in a private test session held at the iconic Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli today. After previously facing various technical challenges, particularly in adapting to the bike and tire characteristics, signs of a revival are now clearly visible. From the start of the morning session, Toprak immediately demonstrated a different approach. His riding style was more aggressive yet precise, with a primary focus on stability during braking and acceleration out of corners. The team appears to have found a more appropriate development direction, particularly in adapting the bike's ergonomics to Toprak's unique body posture. Issues that had been highlighted in previous tests, such as front tire feel and corner entry stability, have now begun to be resolved. This is evident in the increasingly close lap times and the reduction in small errors that previously occurred frequently. Even during several long runs, Toprak was able to maintain a very competitive rhythm. Small but crucial changes to the bike's setup are key to this improvement. The handlebar angle, weight distribution, and throttle response are said to have undergone significant improvements. As a result, Toprak appeared much more confident when entering the technical areas, which had previously been his weak point. Furthermore, communication between the rider and the technical team also appeared to be increasingly solid. Every time they entered the pits, discussions were intense and focused, indicating that they now shared a shared vision to develop the motorcycle's package to its full potential. This test at Misano also served as a crucial opportunity to gauge readiness for the upcoming races. With the progress shown today, it's possible that Toprak will pose a serious threat to his rivals in the near future. While there are still some details that need to be refined, this sign of a revival is certainly good news. If this positive trend continues, competitive performance will no longer be just a hope, but something that is increasingly close to reality. Today at Misano was more than just another test. It was proof that hard work, adaptation, and determination are starting to pay off for Toprak Razgatlioglu and his team in the 2026 season. Here's the full news. Toprak Razgatlioglu finally showed significant progress in today's private test session at the Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli in Italy. After a series of tests filled with pressure and question marks, his performance this time strongly indicated that the ongoing adaptation process was beginning to see results. From the moment the first session opened in the morning, the atmosphere in the team garage was noticeably different. Focus, intensity, and confidence were stronger than in previous tests. Toprak immediately took to the track with a clear program. No longer just understanding the bike, but starting to truly push its performance limits. In the first few runs, improvements were immediately apparent in his handling of the bike entering corners. While previously the bike often seemed difficult to control on entry, it now moved much smoother and more stable. This strongly indicated that changes to the front geometry and chassis balance were beginning to have a positive effect. Toprak's signature riding style, known for its deep and aggressive braking, was once again a key weapon. He was able to delay the braking point without losing control, something that had been lacking in the previous sessions. Even in the technical, precision-demanding sections of Misano, Toprak looked much more comfortable and confident. One of the main focuses of this test was improving his front tire feel. In recent weeks, this issue had been the biggest obstacle hampering his performance. However, today, the setup changes seem to have yielded a more consistent response. Toprak could better read the grip, allowing him to maintain corner entry speed without sacrificing stability. Midway through the session, the team began running more complex simulations. They included not only time attacks, but also long runs to test performance consistency in conditions close to real racing. The results were quite surprising. Toprak was able to maintain a very competitive lap time without a significant drop in performance. At this point, it was clear that the improvements were not confined to one aspect, but rather comprehensive. From braking and mid-corner speed to corner exit acceleration, everything showed consistent progress. This was a sign that the motorcycle package was starting to work as a cohesive unit. Ergonomic changes also played a significant role. Adjustments to the handlebar angle and riding position gave Toprak greater control, especially during quick transitions between corners. With his tall stature, details like these are crucial for determining comfort and efficiency during racing. Beyond technical factors, this improved performance is also due to increasingly solid teamwork. Each pit session was filled with in-depth discussions between Toprak and the engineers. Telemetry data was analyzed in detail, and every input from the rider was immediately translated into concrete changes to the bike. Most striking was the change in Toprak's body language. Gone were the frustrated or confused gestures seen in previous tests. Instead, he appeared calmer, more focused, and more confident. This indicated that his confidence in the bike was returning, a crucial element in the performance of an elite rider. Toward the end of the session, Toprak even managed to set several fast laps approaching top-tier competitive standards. Although this was only a private test, the data was enough to show that he was now on the right track to return to competing at the highest level. The test at the Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli was crucial. The circuit is known as one of the most technical tracks on the racing calendar, with a combination of fast corners, narrow chicanes, and heavy braking zones. If a bike performs well at Misano, its potential performance on other circuits is also very promising. However, the team remains realistic. Several areas still require improvement, particularly acceleration in slow corners and tire management under more extreme track temperatures. These challenges will be a major focus in the subsequent tests leading up to the race weekend. For the competitors, this progress is certainly not good news. Toprak Razgatlioglu, who has found his rhythm again, is a real threat. With his aggressive riding style and high adaptability, he has the potential to disrupt the dominance of his rivals again in the near future. More than just improved performance, today's test results also had a significant psychological impact. This is proof that all the hard work has been worthwhile. That every problem has a solution, as long as the team and rider are able to work together in the same direction. If this positive trend continues, it's not impossible that we'll see Toprak back on the podium in the near future. Even more than that, he could once again become a serious title contender, something that was doubted some time ago. In conclusion, today's private test at the Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli was more than just another practice session. It was a turning point. The moment when all the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. And for Toprak Razgatlioglu, this could be the beginning of a major comeback in the 2026 season, a story that may have only just begun.